All right, well, just got done telling the team very proud of them for their response this week after last week's loss, to come out here and play well at home and at the same time challenge them in areas that we have to keep improving. And that's just the nature of a football team and what we're trying to get done each and every week. But I thought they did a great job of avoiding distractions, avoiding the noise, as we call it. And that's really what has to happen. And that goes for everybody in this program. You just, when things are good, you pay attention to certain things, I'm sure. When things are bad, you don't. And really, it's got to be the same every week. We just got to stay focused on what we can control, focused on that we're going to try to go play our best each and every week. And certainly, I thought the guys tonight, there's plays in there that we could have made, and we talked about making plays going into this week. That was one of the big topics that we discussed, is when we have those chances, let's go make plays. And there were some out there, but then you look at Sean Whale, and he went and made a play. You look at Jeremy McNichols on the onside kick, where he comes all the way back from return and is able to get a hand on the ball there. You talk about the offensive line and tight ends being able to run the football and do it physically. Dylan Sumner-Gardner helping us win the turnover battle, even by one. If we win the turnover battle, we're going to win the game. And we were able to do that tonight. I thought Brett was very efficient tonight in his play, and I thought played tremendous and made really good decisions out there. So overall, hey, I'm excited about the response that we had, and I'm more excited about the work that we can put in after this game, and we enjoy it for the next 24 hours and get ready for Hawaii. It was a very good team, one of the most improved teams, and that we have to travel and make it a little bit shorter week and go to the island and have to go play them. And as long as we keep that mindset and we're focused, we prepare every single week. We go out there with the mindset in practice to prepare for that game the right way. When we show up, then it's just a matter of going out there and making plays. And certainly I thought our guys did that this week. But awesome night. On a Friday night too, to have Bronco Nation out there at Albertson Stadium, they were great. The blackout, that's fun, it always is, and we appreciate our fans, and they're fantastic, and they've been very positive, through this week, and excited after tonight's game too, how the guys went out there and able to compete and find a way to win. So, with that, open up for questions.
You mentioned kind of the outside noise and stuff, and obviously, you guys need some help, but it doesn't matter if you don't take care of your own business too. I mean, how, from that standpoint, you guys coming into this week and putting the loss behind you and moving forward, how nice was that to see?
Yeah, it really is. I know we get caught up in talking about, the things that can happen, and the reality, doing this for a while, it's all about what's right in front of you, and absolutely. You're not going to put yourself in any situation until the season's over. And, that's the hard thing for us as coaches and as a team and these young guys, is to stay focused on that and not get too far ahead of yourself. And so to answer your question, very proud. I thought the focus this week was right on point. I didn't think that, we talk about all in or in the way. If you go in our locker room, it says all in or in the way. And it's not all in, win or win. It's all in or in the way. And this was going to be a big challenge for everybody, is, all right, who's all in? And we talk about it, it's all good when you're winning. Who's all in when things didn't go well? And I thought every player and every coach, they were ready to go back to work. And the same stuff we talk about in the wins, that happened in the loss as well. Let's go back to that formula. Let's tweak it, all right? Let's make sure we stay focused on it, because we all agree that this is what we want to do. And it showed up tonight. Now that doesn't change going into next week just because we won a game. It's all in or in the way. And I hope guys understand that and they focus on the important things that matter. And as long as we do that, then we're giving ourselves the best opportunity to go win.
Coach, can you talk about the interception and the fake punt, two plays that you guys were able to turn into 14 points, really pivotal plays in the game, I thought?
Well, they were huge. The interception turned into points, so we won that battle, and that was certainly huge. We have put a lot of time in, and that particular style of interception, all right, Coach Franklin and Coach Ambrose with the safeties in the corners has been working on that deep ball kind of up in the air, have to go up and get it. You know, and for Dylan to go up and do that, that's something that nobody gets to see all through the week. We see it, and everybody knows, hey, we spent a lot of time on that. And he got the interception, so the offensive guys are fired up. You know, everybody's fired up. The fake punt, that was talked about in the pregame. So it actually got called out, so we were going to call it no matter what. That was probably more about our team than anything else. But we've had that dialed for a while. Coach Ridd, you know, we got a chance to see the look when we first punted there, and it was exactly what we hoped. And Sean was ready to go. Sean was awesome. We told Sean to slide, and he didn't do that. He wanted a piece. So he got a bruise on his arm there. He's all fired up, and he's been showing that off all night long. So now he's going to want to go. Did he show you the bruise?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's proud of that. And we're proud of him for it, too. Next time, maybe we'll get a little closer, and he can go score. But those, you know, this is some of the things that we want to do, but that was certainly something that is dialed up, and it's not just OD that you're trying to dial you down, special teams. And we did a pretty good job there tonight.
Coach, McNichols had carried a big load for you guys offensively on the ground this year. What prompted you guys to maybe bring in Madison more? I mean, was it the overload, or was this part of the plan, or just kind of as the game went? What was your thinking behind that?
Yeah, this was more predetermined than before. We had talked that Alexander was going to have the third series no matter what. Alexander had kind of been, you know, when Jeremy was tired, you know, come in there and do your part until McNichols is ready to go back in. And then after last week's game, you know, you put him in there and he ripped off a few runs. You're going, all right, he's ready for his opportunity. Because, you know, it's not just running the ball, it's also protecting. So if you call a pass play, you know, is this guy ready to go out there and protect against all the different looks that you might get blitz-wise? And he's ready. And so that series became his. And he'll get more because of that. And I think, too, that, you know, McNichols has carried the ball quite a bit. We're not going to have one guy just doing that the entire time. And we actually had Demas. You know, Demas was ready to go tonight, and we had a few plays for him in a package, and he tweaks a hammy on kickoff. And so that eliminated a few of the things that we thought were going to be pretty good in this game. And that's disappointing for him because he had a really great week of practice.
You guys had 517 total yards of offense. Yeah, Rippon tonight only had 19. You know, how special is it for you to know that you can have other people step up out on the edge and not always have to rely on the spur back?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's big. You know, we're trying to spread the wealth a little bit, you know, amongst those guys, and you want to see that. And it kind of goes back to the same question about McNichols. You know, it can't be Thomas all the time, and it can't be Seth all the time. You know, it's got to. You know, Chaz had some big catches in there as well. And I think Brett did a good job tonight of just finding guys in those situations. So, you know, Sean Monsters have been productive for us as well in some of these games, but we need to keep expanding people's roles because sometimes guys get dinged or they need spelled a little bit. You got to put somebody in there. Well, you can't just slow down what you're doing. You got to keep attacking. But tonight, I still, some of the guys, it was great to see Jake Rowe. You know, he is back, all right, and to have him back and to have him make some of those catches, I said it before, Jake was, you know, going to be a large part of what we do. When he got injured, now he's back, and that's probably as exciting as anything to see him go out there and have a few catches and make some plays.
Dave,
what have you noticed defensively the last 2 weeks? Maybe it's the matchup that's been tough because the quarterbacks, you guys both said, have been similar, and obviously both those guys are pretty good and extending plays. What's maybe been last 2 weeks maybe the thing that's kind of stood out the most about you?
Well, those guys can run. You know, I mean, you got to kind of pick your poison, and I don't have the answer to that right now because, you know, sometimes you're calling a rush pattern or a blitz pattern maybe to try to keep him contained, and then you're going to give up a little bit in coverage. I'll say this, the two quarterbacks that we've played have both played really well. They're just coaching the quarterback position. When you're talking about scrambling, when you're talking about keeping your eyes down the field, and you're talking about running when you need to, here's what I think. I think as a quarterback, when you play a good defense, all right, your focus goes into exactly what is my game. And my game as a runner is to keep my eyes downfield as long as possible, stay a passer as long as I can, and then be ready to run. And I think these guys are doing it. And you're putting, linebackers and safeties, at some point, you got to make a decision. All right, we'd love to plaster a little bit more cover, okay? But then the guy's going to run too, and that's one of the things about having a mobile quarterback that can give you some fits. How do you stop that? Get to him with your D-line. All right, and I think offenses know that too. Get to him with your D-line, and then when you do get to him, you got to try to make them pay and get the ball out. They're quarterbacks. They don't get hit in practice. So when you do, you try to get the ball out, not like running backs. And so he made some plays, and we'll keep seeing that. We're going to see other quarterbacks that are pretty good. We got to continue to keep working on how do we attack them and slow them down.